We like to believe that human history is a straight line, a relentless march forward, moving from primitive darkness into the brilliant light of the modern age. We look at our smartphones, our quantum computers, and our skyscrapers, and we assume that we are at the absolute pinnacle of technological achievement. But the Earth holds secrets that shatter this illusion. Buried beneath the waves, hidden in the ruins of fallen empires, and written in the ashes of burned libraries are the ghosts of ancient marvels. Technologies so brilliant, so devastating, and so masterfully engineered that our greatest modern scientists, equipped with supercomputers and electron microscopes, still scratch their heads in disbelief. Today, we are opening the vault on 4 legendary ancient technologies that defy modern science, inventions that shouldn't exist, yet change the course of human history before vanishing entirely. Imagine a weapon so terrifying that it was believed to be a direct gift from God to the Byzantine Empire. The year is 678 AD. A massive Arab fleet has besieged Constantinople. The survival of the Byzantine Empire, and perhaps the entirety of Eastern Christendom, hangs by a thread. Then, the Byzantines unleash hell. From bronze tubes mounted on the prows of their ships, a pressurized liquid is sprayed across the water. The moment it hits the enemy ships, it bursts into a roaring, clinging flame. But here is the horrifying part. It cannot be extinguished by water. In fact, pouring water on it only makes it burn hotter. It burns on the surface of the sea, engulfing ships, armor, and men in an inescapable inferno. They called it Greek fire. It was the ultimate medieval superweapon, an ancient precursor to modern napalm. The recipe was a state secret so heavily guarded that it was known only to the emperor and a select few families. It was never written down in its entirety. When the empire eventually crumbled, the secret died with it. Modern chemists have tried to recreate it for centuries. Was it a mixture of naphtha, quicklime, sulfur, and saltpeter? Perhaps. But no modern mixture has ever perfectly replicated the pressure mechanisms, the acoustic roar described by victims, and the exact ferocious properties of the original Greek fire. The true recipe remains at the bottom of the Bosporus. If you look at the modern world, our infrastructure is crumbling. The concrete we use to build highways, bridges, and seawalls has a lifespan of about 50 to 100 years before it begins to crack and degrade. The salt in seawater eats modern steel-reinforced concrete alive. Yet travel to the Mediterranean, and you will see ancient Roman harbors and breakwaters that have been pounded by ocean waves for over 2,000 years. Look up at the Pantheon in Rome, the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world, standing perfectly intact since the 2nd century AD. How did a civilization in togas out-engineer modern material science? The secret lies in a lost recipe. For centuries, scientists assumed the Romans just got lucky with their materials. But recent microscopic analysis has revealed something staggering. Roman concrete wasn't just a mixture of rocks and water. It was a highly reactive chemical triumph. They used volcanic ash called pozzolana, combined with lime and seawater. But the real magic happened after it was built. When seawater hits modern concrete, it destroys it. When seawater hits Roman concrete, it triggers a chemical reaction that grows new interlocking minerals, specifically alumino-tobermarite. The Roman concrete actually heals itself and grows stronger the longer it sits in the ocean. While modern science is finally beginning to decode this process, we still cannot mass-produce building materials that rival the incredible longevity of Rome's master builders. During the Crusades, European knights marched into the Middle East clad in heavy chainmail, wielding massive, heavy iron broadswords. But they encountered a nightmare on the battlefield. Islamic warriors wielded blades of such extraordinary quality that they passed into legend. The steel had a mesmerizing, flowing, water-like pattern across its surface. It was said that a Damascus steel sword could slice a falling piece of silk in half in mid-air, cleave through rocks without losing its edge, and bend up to 90 degrees without breaking. The European swords simply shattered against them. This was true Damascus steel, forged from a special crucible steel known as woots, imported from ancient India. In 2006, scientists put samples of genuine, ancient Damascus blades under electron microscopes. What they found shocked the metallurgical world. Hidden within the steel were carbon nanotubes and nanowires structures that modern science only discovered in the late 20th century. The ancients had accidentally mastered nanotechnology through their unique forging, folding, and cooling processes. By the 18th century, the original Wootz ore veins ran dry, and the master blacksmiths took the secret of the precise forging temperatures and techniques to their graves. Today, you can buy Damascus steel knives online, but they are merely pattern-welded imitations. The true, ancient nanotechnology of the Middle East is a lost art. In the spring of 1901, Greek sponge divers taking shelter from a storm stumbled upon a 2,000-year-old shipwreck off the coast of the island of Antikythera. Among the marble statues and coins, they found a heavily encrusted, calcified lump of bronze. For decades, it sat in a museum, largely ignored. But when X-rays and modern 3D CT scans finally peered inside the stone, the scientific community gasped. Inside were over 30 interlocking, precisely cut bronze gears. It was not a statue. It was a machine that dates back to the 2nd century BC. The Antikythera Mechanism is nothing less than the world's first known analog computer. By turning a hand crank on the side, a user could track the exact positions of the sun, the moon, and the 5 planets known to antiquity. It predicted lunar and solar eclipses decades in advance, adjusting for leap years, and even tracked the 4-year cycle of the ancient Olympic Games. The level of miniaturization and complexity in these gears is comparable to an 18th century Swiss watch. According to everything we thought we knew about history, this machine is impossible. Technology like this would not appear on Earth again for another 1,500 years. Who built it? Was it the legendary Archimedes, Hipparchus, and more importantly, what happened to the knowledge required to build it? Did it burn in the Library of Alexandria? The Antikythera Mechanism proves that the ancient Greeks possessed a mechanical genius that was entirely wiped from the face of the earth. A fire that burns on water, concrete that heals itself in the sea, swords forged with nanotechnology, a brass computer mapping the cosmos, buried in the sand. These are not myths. They are tangible, physical proofs that human progress is fragile. They stand as a humbling reminder that knowledge is not guaranteed to survive. If great empires like Rome and Byzantium could possess such mastery and still lose it to the Dark Ages, we must ask ourselves a terrifying question. What else has been lost in the ashes of time? And what might our modern civilization lose if the lights were to suddenly go out? If you enjoyed diving into the greatest mysteries of our past, hit the like button and subscribe. The past is never as simple as it seems, and we have many more secrets to uncover. Until next time.